Hey, this is Steve with RV to Cycle. If you were watching our channel back in July, you saw that we had a problem with the awning on the Travato. Finally got the part in, and we're gonna work on getting that thing fixed today. Couldn't find anything on the internet that told me how to do it, so I'm gonna have to read the instructions. Well, maybe tomorrow. You can see behind me, it's kind of windy. Anyway, hang tight if any of that interests you. Tools needed for this project: wire stripper, number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, retainer clip pliers, needle nose vice grips, diagonal cutters, and zip ties. For this particular project, you need part number R002012, and it will be oriented for either a right or a left-hand drive. Part kit contains a motor, a wedge, 2 screws, and 1 bullet connector. The left-hand motor is at the back of the Travato. Right-hand motor would be up at the front of a Travato. They're pretty good about sending the correct part. So if you have a left-hand drive motor, this A, which is stamped in the one-way drive, this metal part, will be oriented toward the motor. If you have a right hand, then you flip the one-way drive so that the B would point toward the motor. To flip the one-way drive, you undo these 2 retention ring and just flip it over and put the retention rings back on. If the drive isn't oriented correctly, the awning will not operate and the arms will spring out, jettisoning the awning to its full extent, possibly injuring someone and destroying your awning. So it's important to have this done correctly. After disconnecting the power to the awning by either pulling the fuse or turning the breaker off, you'll need to secure the awning so that the arms do not inadvertently extend and possibly ruin the awning and or hurt someone. Next, remove the end cap covering the motor after removing this screw. Pull the back of the end cap out and then tilt so the dog ear on the end cap will extract from the notch and the end plate. Now carefully snip the zip ties which may be holding any of the wires in a bundle. Once all the wires are free, carefully follow the wires coming from the motor to the push connectors. Separate the 2 motor wires from the harness by disconnecting the 2 attached push connectors. Using a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 motor screws and the 5 screws from the end plate, then set them aside. Pull the end plate and motor away from the roller tube. To get the new motor inserted, you'll need to remove this screw with needle nose vice grips. Before inserting the one-way drive, you'll notice that it has a large and narrow recess side by side. 1 set of these on each side of the metal drive. One of those large slots will need to go around this part on the inside of the roller tube. This one will still have the screw remaining in it. After the one-way drive is fully inserted into the roller tube, the wedge can be installed. There are 2 recessed areas in the wedge. They fit over the 2 protrusions containing retention screws for the 2 halves of the motor housing. Before we go any further, I gotta confess that I forgot to record some important steps in this process. But with the help of AI provided by 2 tools, Meshi and Adobe Express, and I'll have links in the description below, I was able to create an illustration of the process of using the wedge. The wedge will go on from this side of the motor and will fit only one way. There are 2 recessed areas in the wedge. They fit over the 2 protrusions containing retention screws for the 2 halves of the motor housing. With the wedge in place over the motor, the end plate is ready to be reattached to the motor with the 2 screws, and then the awning housing with the 5 screws. Attaching the end plate, make sure you don't pinch any wires between it and the awning housing. These will cause shorts and significant problems for you and your rig. Once the end plate has been successfully screwed back onto the awning housing, remove the safety straps that you were using to restrict the awning from inadvertently extending, and now you can test the motor for proper operation. Power on. Awning out. Back in. Perfect. Power off. Once you've confirmed the proper operation of the motor, then you can reattach the end cap and you're finished.